And welcome back. We're happy to have you with us.
Governor.
Yeah.
You like my outfit?
Love your outfit. What's going on?
Well, it's St. Patrick's Day this weekend, as you know, and I wanted to share a good old Irish joke with you. See, Connor the barber was hearing complaints from his customer, Sean, about the price of his barbering services. I'll tell you, Connor, you Boston barbers got a stranglehold on all of us Irishmen here in town. I was in Dublin just last week, Connor, and you charged me 1.5 times more than what they charge there. Well, says the Irish barber, that may be true, but think of how much I'm saving you in airfare.
Oh.
Gov, wait, I've got a way better joke.
I hope so.
Oh, I want to hear that.
Way better.
I hope so.
Okay, I got a good one.
All right.
Why do people wear shamrocks on St. Patrick's Day?
I have no idea.
Me neither.
Yeah,
You
okay.
got me.
In my best Irish accent, you ready for this,
Okay.
Keith?
Yeah.
Way better, okay.
Okay.
Because regular rocks are way too heavy.
Hey, don't you think you ought to finish the joke?
I need a buzzer, right?
Very funny, fellas. All right, by the way, I know a fella who actually knows a girl that married her husband on St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, really?
No, O'Reilly.
Oh.
That wasn't any better than yours.
Let's vote, huh?
Hey, we do want to wish everyone a very happy St. Patrick's Day and offer a sincere apology for Keith and Trey's jokes. Now, from a man who mastered sleeping while driving in L.A. to a town who elected a goat as mayor, we've got the news that just may make you lose your mind on a segment we called In Case You Missed It. Well, out in Los Angeles, a couple were stunned to see a man driving down the Los Angeles freeways at 75 miles an hour while sleeping. Yes, apparently the Tesla driver was using autopilot while catching a nap on the highway. Mr. Seth Blake and his girlfriend recorded the man snoozing while riding right next to them on the road. And did I mention he was going 75 miles an hour? The young couple said they rode next to him for 10 minutes before hitting typical LA stop-and-go traffic, which the young couple said felt safer than riding next to the snoozy driver. So how does this guy wake up when he arrives at his destination? And for crying out loud, who gets asked, how was your commute? He probably says, incredibly restful. Well, let's all pray that Tesla Motors doesn't come up with an outboard or onboard shower, or even worse, an in-cabin commode. All right, Dateline, Vermont. You've heard of places going to the dogs? I bet you've never heard of one going to the goats. Well, the good people of Fairhaven have elected a 3-year-old Nubian goat as honorary pet mayor of their quaint Vermont hamlet. Now, look, I'm not kidding. The nanny goat named Lincoln was elected to a 1-year term by the townspeople. The town of 2,500 people they don't have a human mayor. Full disclosure, the ballot was only open to the animals of the residents. Most of the candidates were cats and dogs, but a libertarian gerbil named Crystal also ran. Inside a gerbil wheel, of course. 53 votes were cast, with Lincoln the vote amassing 13, narrowly defeating Sammy the dog, who had 10. And the other 14 animals split the remaining 30 votes. Town manager Joseph Gunter said Fairhaven, Vermont was trying to raise money for a playground, and they garnered $100 from a $5 entry fee on Election Day. I wonder if they called it a polecat tax. Well, police in North Palm Beach, Florida report that Shane Anthony Melee confessed to stealing a collection of rare coins. These coins were valued at $33,000. And then he ran them through Coinstar change-making machines. You know, those machines at the supermarket that you dump your change jar into and you get back the face value? Can I repeat the face value? These were stolen rare coins. The face value of these coins would have been $33,000. But wait, it gets stupider. There's a 12% service fee. I mean, this guy must have thought, if money doesn't grow on trees, why do banks have branches? So his final haul from the theft, because the machine didn't know that these rare coins were rare. They were just coins to the machine. There was just enough in face value to buy a case of beer. So that means it'd be about $2,750 a can in real value. And I say, ouch to that. That's a worse return if he'd put the rare coins into a vending machine and just bought Snickers bars. Maybe he figured he'd get enough Snickers when he told other people what he was in jail for. Police say that Melee is also facing an unrelated 10-count drug charge. Really? They think all those drugs are unrelated to the brilliant coin machine idea? I see a connection. Florida. Warm nights, beautiful beaches, and an unending fount of stories for in case you missed it. Now look, I love Florida. I live there. I enjoy being there as well as in my beloved native state of Arkansas. But I got to admit, we've got the craziest criminal stories and most unusual laws out of the Sunshine State, and Nancy Pelosi doesn't even run the legislature. It's all inspired. Jacksonville's minor league baseball club, the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp, that's the name of the team, they're going to schedule July 26th this year as Florida Man Night. The team is pledged to break a different weird Florida law every inning during that game. Now, they didn't reveal which ones, but CBS Sports offered a few. For instance, in Florida, if you leave an elephant tied to a parking meter, you have to feed the meter. Hopefully, you also have to feed the elephant. In Saratoga, Florida, there's a law against singing while in a swimsuit. Considering some of the people I've seen on the beach, I think it ought to be against the law just to wear the swimsuit, forget the singing. And then there is a law against men wearing strapless gowns in public. I can't believe the Democrats aren't protesting that one and demanding its repeal. And I guarantee nobody will break the Florida law against having romantic relations with a porcupine. I mean, that's a prickly subject in most states anyway. I said that's a prickly subject in most states anyway. Thank you, Jeremy. Hopefully all those lawbreakers don't find themselves in jail after the game singing, "Break me out of the ball game." We move on. Now a few shout-outs before we close. A shout-out to Monsignor Stephen R. Camp of the Catholic Church in Huntington, New York, who disinvited New York State Senator James Gorin from their Irish-American Catholic St. Patrick's Day parade in Huntington because he voted in the extreme abortion laws of that state. Monsignor Camp said the senator promoted the law that violates adherence to our Roman Catholic faith and the security of the Irish race. I'd say that deserves a shout-out. And a shout-out to the Democrat National Committee for choosing Milwaukee, Wisconsin for its 2020 National Convention. Now let's see if they'll be able to get over the incredible amount of polluting air from the methane produced in America's dairy state. I dare say by the time the convention rolls around there, the amount of bull butter coming from the candidates is going to far surpass what dairy farmers put into the air to make those delicious, squeaky cheese curds. And like a one-term mayoral goat, we've run out of time. But never forget, day or night, we read the news,